and social unrest. Everywhere we must build a brighter day for everyone and create the opportunity for people to once again acquire wealth. And therefore, we will ultimately triumph over those triple evils of poverty, racism, and militarism that my father championed often. Let us embrace Dad's legacy. Let us celebrate Dad's life. More importantly, let us live as Dr. King envisioned when he described how all of our destinies are tied together. We're linked together. I can't be where I would be.
Our memorial, the world's memorial. Many of you seated here throughout this day and throughout this country have contributed years of your time, talent, and money to help us build the memorial we dedicate today. It has been both humbling and uplifting for me to be a part of this magnificent undertaking. Our hope is that through this memorial, Dr. King's legacy.
Just as we draw strength from Dr. King's struggles, so must we draw inspiration from his constant insistence on the oneness of man. The belief in his words that we are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. It was that insistence, rooted in his Christian faith, that led him to tell a group of angry young protesters, "I love you as I love my own children," even as one threw a rock that glanced off his neck. It was that insistence, that belief that God resides in each of us, from the high to the low, in the oppressor and the oppressed. It convinced him that people and systems could change. It fortified his belief in nonviolence. It permitted him to place his faith in a government that had fallen short of its ideals. It led him to see his charge not only as freeing Black America from the shackles of discrimination, but also freeing many Americans from their own prejudices, and freeing Americans of every color from the depredations of poverty. And so at this moment, our politics appear so sharply polarized, and faith in our institutions so greatly diminished. We need more than ever to take heed.
I just want to take time to tell you a story about a man called Shouting John. John joined a dead church. They didn't believe in shouting. They didn't believe in dancing and speaking in tongues. But when they opened the doors of the church, John joined that church. And when John joined that church, he came in dancing. Everybody got disturbed because John was dancing all around the church. The deacons ran, sat him down, he jumped back up. They tried to hold his legs, his hands were going. When they turned the hands are loose, the feet were going. It's just like fire. It's just like fire. Shut up in the bone. Well, they did everything they could to stop old John from shouting. And when they couldn't finally stop him, they made up in their mind, we got to go out to John's house, y'all. But something is wrong with him. Doesn't he know? We don't act like that in our church. Doesn't John know? We've got dignitaries in our church. We're going. John's house. Well, when they got out there, they found this old 86-year-old man. Him and an old beat-up mule plowing. Plowing in the field. They drove up all of the deacons. They got out of their fine cars. They walked over to John. John looked around and said, "Hold mule." Walked over to him and said, "Brethren, I know why you've come out here.